Welcome to today's session. Uh, we have been discussing AWS cloud computing services and how using Python, how we are going to do automation of these AWS cloud services. So we have covered some important cloud computing concepts because we are going to internet related some kind of concepts because this is our internet, and also our own computer, computer resources. So for that purpose also we have discussed concepts, and later we covered like EC2 and some AWS Lambda. These services we have discussed. So now we are going to, in this session we are going to see the remaining services and how we are using Python to automate these things. Okay, very important session. I will be explaining the real-time projects also, real-time project, how things are going on and all. So it will be very helpful. Let me share my screen. Okay, so basically these are like AWS cloud services. I think recording started. So API gateway is one of the AWS cloud service which AWS is offering. Let me show you that thing. This is how it will look like. You just have to, in your AWS, you just have to search for API gateway. You will find it. This will be the kind of logo, whatever. So you will find the API gateway service. So what this service is and what is the purpose? Fully managed service to create and manage APIs, acts as gateway between clients and backend services. So all these things are seems straightforward, but there are some important concepts which I would like to cover here. Okay, so before I have, in my previous sessions I have discussed I have in a high level explained what is API. All these things I have explained in some high level and all. So I will give the recap in a short duration and with clear-cut definitions, clear-cut examples, so that if any time in future you will not get doubts. Okay, so first of all, if you want to use API gateway service in AWS, first you need to understand what is API, right? API stands for application programming interface. Okay, I am not writing this thing, application programming interface. So we should not call it as some kind of a messenger, because messenger is for if it is both sides persons are there, but here we are dealing with applications, so we should not call it as messenger. Okay, so what is API? API is a way by which two applications can talk to each other. That is the first thing. Even if you are asked in interviews what is REST API, all these things I will cover, but what is have you implemented these things, or how do you do these things, all these things. So first thing you need to tell, it is the way by which two applications can talk to each other. I am writing in a short form so that two applications can talk to each other. Now the second thing that you, for further deepening your understanding, you need to mention we will be that which is exposed as an endpoint in a network. Okay, that which is exposed as an endpoint in a network, that is called as API. Okay, now and it also uses, for repetitive tasks, any repetitive tasks if you want to automate, okay, you choose API, to implement the API. Okay, now how to better understand this thing, how to better understand, how to better implement, how to better utilize the AWS services, API gateway service which AWS is offering. One simple example which I have explained in my previous also, in your house, you will see plug box, right? You will see plug box wherein you put your charger and all these things. So all these electric wires, everything are there, okay, everything are there, and you can directly, if you want, you can directly connect to this thing also, for your laptop charger or for your mobile charger or any other kind of thing that you are using it for. So you can directly connecting it to electric wires. Then why are you using this plug box kind of thing? So that is to, to say, the repetitive thing, every day you will be using laptop, so every day you have to charge a laptop, every day you have to charge your mobile phone. So that is why this is a crude way of understanding API. So like that. So for example, an employee, it depends on the application. For example, a student is giving an attendance in a college, so that happens every day. In colleges, teachers will take the attendance, but if you want to automate that in a virtual classroom, you can just use an API because it happens every day. So like that. So let me put like this here. Okay, two applications talk to each other. So if a student gives attendance in a college, every day he will be giving attendance. So then it is a repetitive task, so you can automate by implementing an API. Which mechanism you implement, whether it is REST API or HTTP or WebSocket API, that varies from the application, from the scenario, from the requirement. Okay, now this is the way, you can think of some other things which you do repeatedly, the same thing. Okay, for example, an employee fills his true time or something, that is also attendance only. So or an employee I already shown you one thing actually. Okay, I have already shown you one example in my previous sessions, which is WhatsApp Business API, WABA, WhatsApp Business Application. That is one example of API, and another example is Google Maps. These two you can think of good examples for API. So in these two cases, that's why I am writing here. In these two cases, what exactly they are doing, you are doing business, okay, so and many people are doing business, many people will be reaching out to them. So like that, many people are reaching out to me. Instead of putting one, instead of hiring one person who is responding to them, who is guiding them, I will just my own protocol I use, and I will automate this thing. I will expose that as an endpoint in the network. Okay, so this so you go to WABA and you register your mobile number, and you get your own thing, just like Uber, Rapido or some other things. You get your own WABA, WhatsApp business application, wherein you can send WhatsApp messages to users. All these things you can do. So what they are doing, they are like it is like normal website only, but not we don't not call that, but you are exposing that as an endpoint unto itself, endpoint in the network. So that is, I mean, something like that. So similarly Google Maps, so it is not like every time when you ask, immediately somebody is like preparing some geography map like India and taking that particular thing, like for example you have given Kondapur Hyderabad or Amirpet Hyderabad. So it is not like somebody is sitting there, it is immediately, instantly it is coming to you. So that is API, right? That is API. So like that, I mean, here you are not application, but probably like your mobile is one application. So that application is interacting with Google thing. So they have Google Maps, one API they have built. So that is exposed in the network, and you are trying to access that particular API for a repetitive thing they have automated. So this is the background behind API, examples and all these things. Now what all the various okay, now let us come to any missing things are there, we will cover in the AWS service. But there are various types of various ways you can implement the API. Okay, one is not various implements, like REST API. For AWS API gateway service, it is offering four actually, but fourth one is just REST API private only. And another way you can, another example that you can, okay, that will come. So REST API and HTTP API. Okay, and what is the thing? WebSocket API. So these three things, this API gateway service is offering, AWS API gateway service is offering these four actually. Fourth one I did not write because will be self-explanatory. I will not be giving explanation on this fourth one. It is REST private. I will tell in a high level nutshell I will give. So these are the four things that AWS API gateway service will be offering. You can choose any of these service, any of these mechanism, and you can implement your own, like you can build your own API. So that is the thing. Now what all these REST API, what all these things we will see now or later. Like REST, okay, REST full form is representational state transfer. That is the full form of REST. Representational state transfer. So what does it mean? No need to think too much about it. It is like it implements the normal HTTP requests only, like a normal get, put, post, and delete. Those are the HTTP methods, right? Like what are the various HTTP methods? Suppose you want to get something from server, client is trying to get something from server, then you use the get method. Similarly, you want to post, you are uploading some resume, then post method. Or not uploading, you are sending something, okay, or you are uploading something, then put method. You are deleting something, then delete method. So using these methods only, then you will be asking this question, then what is difference between this and this. I will come to that thing. So representational state transfer, it will be using the HTTP methods only. Using HTTP methods, this particular API will be helping you to automate the things. Now first of all, let us see this thing. So this is the API gateway service. Okay, first before I try to create an API, let me I will not creating API, already APIs are there. Already APIs are there, which I have created. But what I am doing, I will just show the in the sense you want to, you have to do right later. So very simple, not difficult. So first you have to choose an API type: HTTP, WebSocket, REST API private, which one you want to build. Okay, now I will directly come to the scenario, which one I have to choose. Okay, in case of for example, you are building some enterprise website, some organization, that kind of website and all. So there is no too much two-way communication, right? Like same thing here, if you take this thing, okay, like this kind of plug and all, there is no two-way communication between these lines and your charger. These electric wires which are here and your charger, there is no frequent two-way communication. So and there are certain features of this REST API. First let me, REST API, there are certain features that it is stateless. Stateless means just like for example, you work in an organization, so you just work as a you don't give your personal details, like my child is studying this class, he has failed in this subject, just joking, something like that. You don't give any details or these things. So both parties will not share the any personal details or not personal details. That is why it is called stateless. Okay, that is why it is called stateless. Both the things will not transfer all these details. Just do the work and completed, that's it. Okay, now so whenever any kind of organization, enterprise softwares, enterprise websites or something you are doing, you proceed with the REST API. Okay, another example is for example, you go to some you go to some restaurant outside. So what you will be doing, when the waiter comes to you, you give that menu and you will be waiting. It's not at every second why still not came, because you know it will take some time, so that is why. So you wait for some response. Okay, there is no two-way communication here, between you and the inside person who in the kitchen, who is doing the preparing the item. There is no two-way communication. Now you may ask, what is the other thing? For example, there are chatting chat applications. Okay, chatbot, something you will be doing, right? So wherein you will be seeing the two-way communication here. Okay, you will be asking some question to the chat application, and if even after 30 seconds, if you don't get, you will turn off the application, right? You will not be it will take some time, that chat will be replying to me. So nothing like that. So whenever there is a two-way communication and like you are expecting some quick response, request response, these are the things. So you are expecting certain two-way communication very quickly, then you will be choosing the WebSocket API. But whenever you are there is no two-way communication, and you also aware of some kind of response, because it has to go to the server and come back to you, so it will take some time. So it will be, then you will be using REST API. Now another scenario wherein you have the server, I mean to say, but you need a very quick response. I mean, not exactly instant response, it can be few seconds, something like that, like mobile applications. Okay, in that case you can proceed with the HTTP API, some mobile applications and all. So I will show now the implemented or real-time projects wherein these things are done, like HTTP API, REST API, WebSocket not yet done. Okay, let us see. So HTTP here nothing much is there. I am not creating any API, but this is the way, just to create API. Okay, HTTP API, build here, these four things only, that's all. Like name, you give name something, go to next, and configure routes. For HTTP, routes will be there, right? Like for example, in your thing, which route, what is route, like for example, this is route, slash meeting. So those routes you have to give for HTTP API. For that's all, very simple. Configure routes, define states, this is optional, this is optional. Okay, directly go review and create, that's it. API will be created, HTTP API will be created, like that. So now similarly REST API, if you want to build REST API, the thing is little slightly different. Like you have to I mean, here API creation will be done, but internally there is some important configuration is there. Okay, I will explain in the project. So creation of API is a simple process in the cloud. Nothing is there. These are simple steps only. You have to give the API name, endpoint, what is the IP address type, and then create API. That's all. Creating API is a simple thing only, nothing much. But there is some configuration that is involved, which is difficult. I mean, not difficult. You have to know these certain concepts. Like you have to create certain resource. You have to create the methods. Okay, for example, I will show this one. You have to create one resource, you have to create some methods. This is also easy if you know one time, and the rest of the time it will become easy for you. Okay, still for this few more concepts are there. Till now, any questions, clarifications, doubts? Okay, I will proceed forward. So like now I will show the sample thing, which is not sure if this is the thing. I don't have okay, no issue. Okay, so these things apply now. If you will apply, this is the API, like apply only. So here you have will be like, for example, full name, email address, and give resume and submit, like that will be submitted. Your resume will be submitted. So the point I am trying to say, just a second. Okay, let's not. Okay, so now for this particular apply thing, okay, which is if you see, it is not a two-way communication. Like if somebody submits a resume, like you don't need to immediately, you just have to, at best you have to send mail, your resume is submitted, something, and that particular application ID, it is not like you have to inform him and expecting some other thing from him, nothing like that. So like for all these things, we proceed, like the procedure will be REST API. So this is a REST API. If you go back little, this application API, it is REST protocol. For mobile app, you can choose the HTTP protocol. Okay. Okay. HTTP is almost another version of REST API only. It is not something out of the way. But only thing is, it will be like a little lighter and easier and faster, quicker thing, unlike the REST. Okay. So that is the thing. I mean, more details are at this point not required. So now for this particular upload resume, you have to create these methods. Like for example, for upload, what you will do? Upload, it is not get, it is not post, it is not. So you have to post post method you have to create. I mean that thing will also you have to know. Okay, like you are changing certain thing, like it is something like, yes, another important thing which I forgot, there is something called CRUD operations. Generally that is discussed in the HTTP, but CRUD stands for create, okay, delete, update, read. Okay, so here you are not doing any update. Like if the resume is being uploaded, and why you need API here? Because something you want to like automate, and yeah, that is the thing. So whatever, all the things will get slowly, things will become clear. Let's not hurry. So CRUD operations, this is the important term. Like anybody asks, you need to tell what is CRUD operations and all. Create, read, update, delete. So this CRUD operation, CRUD means CRUD. C stands for create operation. It will uses the get method. Read operation uses the post method. Update operation uses the put method. Delete operation uses the these are operations, these are methods, these are methods. Okay, now like yeah, so your resume you are uploading here, so you need to implement the post method.
But are we just misplacing that things, methods and operations? Because I guess read will be for get, no, and create will be for post.
Acha, maybe I went in a fluent way. 1 minute. Yeah, yeah.
Get method we will only get the information.
Yeah. Good thing that you have. Good thing that you have interrupted me. Or yeah. So yes, I am wrong. Just now eraser again. Good catch. Okay, I will write it here. For create, it will be post, right? Good catch. So for create it will be post, and for read it will be get. I was going in a flow, and put, delete, these two are right. Yeah, these two interchanged. Good catch. Good. Yeah. So now yeah, so for create, like, yeah, correct, resume, we are submitting the resume, so you have to use the post method. So post method. So now in the API gateway using post, you do the you submit the resume. So however, okay, here there are some important things, AWS Lambda. Also at the end, we will be concluding with the previous video I have explained the AWS Lambda. So here we will be understanding gaps, or all these things we will be mostly trying to cover. Okay, for all these methods you will find these four things you will find which are important: method request, integration request, method response, integration. Maybe you have to read this way: method request, integration response, method response. These four things also you have to configure properly, so that particular for that particular operation to get succeeded. So these four things also you have to configure properly. Now so what all these four things? Okay, I will do this way, not required here. Okay, so what is a method request? Okay, if you it is basically like a validation. In a simple terms, to remember, validation. In a simple terms, you will be doing the validation. So what is that validation? From this client, certain request has come. Okay, here you don't need to validate anything for this particular project which I am real-time project which I am explaining. For upload resume, nothing to validate, it just comes into your S3 bucket, so no validation required. Therefore if you see here, none, API key false, authorization none, request paths everything, nothing, configuration is not there for method request. So however, method request will work as a validation, yeah, it will do the just okay, that is the way. Yeah, for that you need to know the API key and all these things. API key is nothing but it is some unique value, which is you will be configuring, depends on your requirement. So right, just a second, someone is requesting to join. So for your requirement, according to your requirement, you will be configuring. Okay, this method request serves the purpose of validation. Okay, this input client is requesting something. If you want to do some validation, you want to validate this is a correct request or not. Sometimes it is something like at the gate security keeper will not allow you to okay, this is invalid request, out of scope, something like that. But here mainly this method request will be using for validation purpose. Okay, this integration request will be used for transforming the client request in a way that your server can understand, server or lambda function can understand. Okay, transforming client request, like that I will put. It will be like transforming the client request in a way that your server or your lambda function, whatever you put here, can understand. Okay, that is the thing. And this integration response is how you are going to respond to that particular request. This is the original request from client. Okay, like he is submitting resume, or he wants to track the status of his resume, or he is booking some meeting, all these things. How you are going to respond to it, integration response. And finally, this particular response which is being given by this server or lambda function, this response, how it will be sending into the client. How you want to give it to the client, like for example, yeah, in this example we will see how these things are happening and all. So many concepts are there, we will go one by one. So for uploading resume, you don't need any kind of validation and all. You just have to upload the resume. Actually, so let us say you want to validate the email, if it is a valid email or not. You want to do the validation, then you can use this method request and configure those things. So all these things. So next, integration request transforming. Okay, now and now I also have explained what is proxy, reverse proxy in the cloud concepts. Okay, what is proxy? Just to one crude example, like when a teacher asks the attendance for the student, that student, instead of student A, student will be responding, he will be giving the proxy. Okay, that is called on somebody's behalf, that is called proxy. And that is one easy way of understanding I have given. And another example which I told, you are working in a company, and you you want some outside network for your learning. You want to use Google, or you want to use some other things for your learning. So then, company will have some doubts what you will be like, in the sense they will have some compliance related issues. So what they will be restricting, right? They will not allow you to contact the outside network, because they are worried about their data, their thing. So in those cases, what they will do, in the sense you raise one ticket or something, and the network person will enable the proxy. Network person will enable the proxy. What does that mean? Proxy is, it is like a in the sense it is a proxy is a server only, but in the sense so in essence, when he is enabling the proxy, what he is doing, I am okay, you want to I will do the service on behalf of you, like it is a proxy server. Like I will get those details from that particular Google, you are searching certain thing, I will do those things and I will give it to you. Okay, so two things will happen: your requirements, your needs are met, right? Your requirements are met. And second thing, like my own security thing, like if you are in the sense creating some compliance thing and all these things, my company will be in trouble. So those do things I am ensuring. So that is kind of proxy. So in essence, proxy server is a proxy is a server. It acts as an intermediary between the client and the acts as an intermediary between the client and the server. That is the proxy. Now reverse proxy, just I am I explained very simple way. So I am trying to explain more elaborate way, I mean in the sense easy way, or recalling the concepts, recap. So what is reverse proxy? I have given that example, like your one example, your friend, you are working in a company and your friend came to meet you, but he is not allowed into the organization. So he will the receptionist will be on behalf of the server. Now here like on behalf of you, your company server is something like proxy server. Reverse proxy, it is something like that particular receptionist, like your friend came to, you are inside the organization, your friend came, and the receptionist will act on behalf of you, on behalf of the server. That is called as reverse proxy. So reverse server, that is the way I explained. Now why I have explained this thing, like if you are doing this thing for this particular sample project which I am showing, to upload a resume, okay, to upload a resume, you have to enable the proxy. If you, for this particular integration request, lambda proxy integration true, you have to enable the proxy, in the sense yeah, like that acts as an intermediary between the client and the server, right? So like you just in a real time, if you understand, things become easy. Like I mean, he is not doing any harm here by submitting the resume, just he is submitting the resume. So therefore like we have to enable the proxy, right? We enable the proxy. Maybe we are showing all our thing, but whatever, fine. I don't think it is. So this is the simple project, that is fine. Anyway, okay, lambda code anyway I will not show. So this is the integration request. Then the question comes, why the proxy integration is here, it is not here? Like you are enable, see, method request, integration response, method response, method request, integration request, same these things only here it is there, method request, integration response, method response. So you enabled proxy in integration request, but it is mentioned here. Why? The reason is simple, like for proxy things there is no configuration in response, like you yourself setting up the things for your end user, okay, you yourself setting up the things for your end user, then what response will you give him, like in the sense of whatever, so nothing, no configuration is required for proxy integrations. Integration response no, like cannot be configured to transform responses, okay. That is the way, that is why it is mentioned in the proxy integration here, though we are enabling proxy here. Now coming to method response, yeah, this is one important thing. Frequently you might be have to use in Python code also, okay. I will write here only. So these two, if for example your request is succeeded, okay, succeeded, then it will be like the code will be 200 okay, in the sense you requested something and the server is able to process and get you that particular result. If that is succeeded, that particular HTTP request is succeeded, okay, then it is 200 okay. If it is failed, then the code will be 500 failed, for like that, okay. I mean these codes, like you can you also have to configure in in your Python code, right? That is why I told like a separate thing in the beginning. There is no separately merging these AWS services. I am explaining everything in with real-time projects. I am explaining the cloud services and Python code simultaneously. Okay, this is upload resume, right? I will not be upload resume. Yeah, luckily it is there. So if let us not go through entire thing. Okay, see, return status code 200, resume uploaded successfully. Okay, status code that you will be using in your Python code also. 200 for success. Okay, 500 for failure, key processing failed, any kind of failure. This is another failure. Only 2 failures are there. Okay. So these status codes you will be implementing in the Python code as well. That is the thing. So I think that's all with the API gateway service, and few more things also there. Stages, all these things, models, all these things are there, but we don't have too much time. And okay, here now let us take another thing. Okay, this is the upload. Okay, now let us say that person wants to track his application. Okay, he has uploaded the resume. Now he is tracking his application. Like for this particular track application, the response will be like application options get. Okay, these headers I wanted to at least make you familiar, or make you help you, may not deeply understand. So somebody like he can track the status. So the point I am trying to say, so this is how it will get the things. So this is the thing, like in the response when you are giving to the end user method response. So it varies from the, for example, for apply the response will be just submitted, something like that. You are not giving any details here, like you are not giving this is your status, this is your status. Like if you see, like yeah, this is your application ID, this is your status, and currently it is pending. All these things you are not giving, right? So for upload resume, for track application you are giving. Now so that is why these are standard things. Okay, like allow credentials, allow headers, allow methods, allow origin, expose headers. Now quickly we will see these values. 1 minute now. Yeah, so like this you have to give these things for the response to reach to the end user. You have to mention the headers and headers values in the method response and integration response. Okay, these responses are nothing but server responses to the client. Okay, that's all for the API. Okay, let us now go for the thing. So fully managed service to create and manage APIs. You want to create an API, AWS is offering this service. Acts as gateway between clients and backend services. okay, between clients and your backend services which you are doing in Flask or whatever thing, Lambda, whatever app you are using, backend services. So feature supports REST, HTTP, WebSocket APIs. As I told, WebSocket API is something like two-way communication, like some chat application you are doing, like immediate, instantly that person, I want to know this detail, okay, contact this support person, or contact, or you go to that page, open that one and click that one, you will find one option. So that kind of instant chats and all, you proceed with the WebSocket API. Authentication and authorization, okay, request throttling and caching. This is also simple, I could not recall now. Nothing is there. This is also simple, maybe you can refer later. Okay, CloudWatch monitoring. CloudWatch is something like, whenever you hear this CloudWatch, it is nothing but logs only. Okay, you are doing something in the cloud, AWS cloud. Okay, you want to see the logs, so you see the CloudWatch logs. For API, I did not even get chance to see CloudWatch logs. Okay, but generally it will be like this. Let me quickly see in the monitor section. Here, view CloudWatch logs. This is Lambda, which I am showing. 1 hour is gone. For API gateway also, monitor will be there. I didn't get chance to see the CloudWatch logs. Okay, this is how CloudWatch. Okay, you will get logs here, wherein you can see the thing, how it happened, like request processed on any error, all these things. Here email error, an error occurred, send email, something. Okay, this is the thing. 1 minute. Now backend, what are the use cases? Backend for mobile and web apps, trigger AWS Lambda, and secure access to microservices, real-time apps using WebSockets, apps using WebSockets, and integration. You integrate with other services such as AWS Lambda, AWS Cognito, which will become in the next session, Cognito, and CloudWatch, which I have shown in a high level, and AWS WAF. So this is all about API gateway. Any doubts, clarifications, any questions?
It's a little bit heavy, but
Okay, yeah, so I will upload the video, and you can refer the video. Okay, now coming to next service, S3 is a very easy service.
when we are going to use the APIs,
Uh,
you said that when we want to make two applications to talk to each other, no?
hmm,
What will be the example? Like you were giving the example of
hmm.
upload resume. So
Yeah, this is one API, and there is a meeting. I don't sure if it comes now. Okay, some error is there. This is one API, and WhatsApp business. Okay, this is one API, and Google Maps is one API. Like, I mean, suppose you are that is why, unless you get into that kind of project, you like, okay. So when in or another way, like for example, milk person, every day he is calling bell, and you are taking that milk and putting in fridge. So what you will do? You will just put one bag at the but here it is completely static object, like that bag will not come and hand over that milk packet to you. Like at the gate you put one bag, right? Because you don't have time to every day speak with milkman. So that is one, like that, one example. that real time things and all. Yeah, so you have to the more you apply automation solutions to your software engineering, the more you will get clarity, like yes, this is where I need to apply, this is what you need to apply. So till that time, some hands on, some more information and studying material, all these things, it will come by practice. Okay, coming to next, S3. Like what is S3? S3 stands for simple storage service. Here only thing is, it will be very it is very helpful in case of an organizational standpoint. In other cases, may not be that heavy, sorry, may not be that helpful and all, but in case of organizational thing and all, it will be very helpful. I will quickly show that thing. Okay, this is will not take. Okay, so before AWS S3, okay, maybe this is like this. Okay, before AWS S3, okay, so you will get the so you are getting volumes of information, you are you are developing the you are running an application, or you are maintaining some high traffic website, for example Amazon, or some other websites are there, Flipkart, they are high traffic websites. Okay, I am sure they will be using the cloud concept, but the point I am trying to say, you are running an application, or you are maintaining a high traffic website, okay, or you are storing the data, okay, storing the archiving the our huge data is there. So in all those things, the before S3 whatever setup would be it will become like a nightmare. It is very difficult to manage, like in the sense, those files, just see, if you see my thing, I mean so many things, how will you find out the things, and how will you find out the exact version, what is the old one, what is the new one, which one I have to use, or why I am keeping the old one, and how to empty the space. Okay, so in the sense, the thing that I am trying to say, in an organizational standpoint, without S3, running an application, or maintaining a high traffic website, or backing up your database, for example you are some database snapshot you are storing somewhere, so those things became a nightmare. So why it became a nightmare? Now what is the thing that you have to do? You have to go and purchase a new rack of servers. Okay, and to maintain those servers you have to hire somebody. Just to maintain server, forget about data. And you need more servers, and if some server might be failing, and all these things might be happening. Okay, so these are all the practical and real-time problems which caused, or which made this S3 to evolve. So now let us see the after S3. So that is the where the like S3 made it simple. It is a simple storage. It is like your normal, I mean, that is why the configuration, for example, for this previous thing I explained a lot in configuration concepts and all. So here the utility you have to know for S3. The utility is more thing. The configuration, the way of doing is extremely simple. Hardly 5 minutes it will be completed. I mean, even just you don't need to separately practice also. Now in this session itself you will be able to learn. Okay, what is S3 after? You may not be hearing this sound in this video, but it will come in the recording. Okay, it will be using this cloud computing, this S3. First thing, it will be secure, and like how much capacity I need. You don't need to that is the thing behind this kind of what the presentation. Like you don't need to worry, array how much still I need, how much I need to manage, how many servers I need to. So you don't need any magic ball to predict all these things. That is the purpose this thing was prepared. Not required. Okay, see, you can quickly stop and download and all these things, to whatever region you can store. It is simple thing only, but the backend architecture, it is not like something like in the sense yeah. Okay, let us complete this. So transfer between various locations also, everything will be happen easily. So that is why for organizations only this AWS will be more and more beneficial, cloud services, and some other versions, older versions also will be maintained. Okay. And whenever you want to stop, you can just stop it and pay for that much only, pay as you go. And there are various classifications while you are storing. Okay, like for example, if you see here, this is standard, this is infrequent access, this is glacier. So infrequent means like some data you will be rarely you will be accessing it, like once in a week, once in a month, or once in a 6 months, once in a half year, quarter, something like that. But there are certain types of data which you have to access regularly, like every day, or there are certain type of data you never even access. Okay, like for example, you are only for you are doing some analysis. Okay, like all the data, like archival thing. Okay, like archival means what? Everything, all the like 5 years back, who are all the employees, or who are all the things, or like what all the data, you just store it in a glacier, in the sense you choose this particular feature. These are all various classifications. You choose this particular feature for archival things, that thing. I will quickly run this, show the real thing. Okay, this thing, this part of video I think you don't need, so this person is happy. Okay, so So the point for S3 service we will quickly see. It is very easy, and you don't need a separate class for S3 now itself. So first thing is you have to create one S3 bucket. Okay, this is the S3. Create just bucket name. In the sense, configuration is very simple. Okay, 1 minute, let me recall. Okay, let me highlight the most important things. Bucket name, like you name whatever thing, like for example your db snapshot you are storing, so like check or db snapshot, something like that, you name it. Okay, or already some bucket is there, so you can choose here, choose bucket. So this is one important thing while configuration. And next thing is bucket versioning. So you depends on your requirement. For example, my requirement, I am clear, I will not, for example, even if many people send the resume, older resumes, I will delete them straight away, right? Like why you want to hold his old resume, new resume, or updated resume? You don't need to store those things, right? So therefore you don't need to enable versioning. I have shown like v1, v2, v3. So if you enable versioning, old resume, everything will be saved. Okay, so disable. This is one important configuration. And this is normal only, you don't need to much pay attention. Default encryption, these are also not required. Now third thing, this is one thing, naming a bucket or choosing a bucket. This is the second thing, versioning. And third thing, block public access settings. So if you uncheck this thing, like public cannot access your bucket, which means, let me for example, okay, so for this one you will find this ARN. So if I, let me copy this one. This is ARN, so not this one. Okay, URI will be there, uniform resource indicator. I think it will be there for the object S3 URI. I will explain. Just like you have URL, which means uniform resource locator, here you will have URI, uniform resource indicator, S3. So now coming again back to this create thing, if in case you select this one, block all public access, then some other person AWS account, if he searches for this particular bucket or including for this one, he will not be able to find this logo. So if you so don't worry about all these things, just check this box. Okay, because you don't need all your public to access your S3 bucket, only your team needs access. So just check this box. Okay, these are the three important configurations while creating S3 bucket. So you can just create it, and the bucket name will come, like a resume, students, and all these things. So inside this thing you store it. Very simple, like upload a file from local, like you do, right? When you are composing mail, you attach something like that only. Add file, upload. Okay, add file, upload, or add folder, upload. It is almost like a normal thing only, not much deep application, nothing is there. Only few important concepts, this URI, all these things you need to know. Now coming to I enable, but anyway, not much data is there, so I will not be charged more. So now one more thing, yeah, this bucket policies. And yeah, how will you access this particular S3 object? Okay, that is very important. Okay, using which I told, Boto3 is the library which mainly serves the automation related things, AWS Boto3. So in that client there are some simple code is there. Okay, I'm not showing the entire thing, or this much is sufficient, and later in your real-time project you will be getting the, I think here you will not find, right? Here, let me quickly see. Okay, these are the simple ways. Okay, just a second. This entire code is also not required. Okay, this is depends on the requirement, but the most important configuration is import Boto3. Okay, and this one boto3.client of S3. Once you create this particular object, okay, once you create this boto3.client of S3, you create this S3 object in your Python, then this S3 will be have these methods, put object, all these methods will be there. Like we discussed the we have discussed like methods for list and tuples, dictionaries. We discussed various methods. Similarly, this put object is the S3 method. So using this thing, get object, some methods are there. Using those methods you will be able to access the this S3 region. This is not S3 region. This S3 region, this is the simple piece of code. This is also important. Okay, so mainly those three configuration points which I explained while creating the bucket, and this terminology, uniform resource indicator, and like this permissions bucket policy. So if this policy is not properly set, then also resume, whatever file that is uploaded will not come to this bucket. So this property bucket policy has to be properly set. These thing and the configuration, and the Python code. This is how you need to and S3 dot, you use the methods, whatever methods, you will be able to access this S3 location. Okay, now let us quickly go through. So what it is? Object storage service for storing files, images, videos, backups, static websites. Clear? Scalable, durable, accessible from anywhere via HTTPS S3 URI. It will stay for long, it will be accessible. Okay, all these things. Now features: stores unlimited data. Okay, buckets, how much you can store, versioning I explained, lifecycle management and encryption. All these things. Encryption not required, but this you have seen in while configuring the bucket, you have seen this. Okay, event triggers. So event triggers, the thing which I explained at the end of my previous session. So whenever you upload the thing, you trigger the lambda. But then here in between many concepts are there. I think we are out of we have extended the time. Okay, access control, IAM policies, which I have shown, like that bucket policy, IAM bucket policy or IAM policy, both are different. IAM is a separate service of AWS, but bucket policies you have to properly set. Then only like S3 will allow you to store into that bucket. Now static website hosting, you are doing some website, you can it will allow you to, this is one of the feature of the S3. Use cases: file storage, backups, website hosting, data. Maybe I can delete this here. because anyway it is in there in use case. So website hosting, file storage, data lakes, trigger events. Integration, you integrate it with other AWS services like AWS Lambda, CloudFront, Glacier, IAM, API gateway. So this is all about S3. Only one thing I have to quickly show, I mean remaining things are not that important, in the sense you might not get even chance, because probably if the organization like big MNCs which are having 3.5 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh employees, they will be taking care of these things. We don't need all those things. Okay, because I mean in this lifetime we will definitely not do those things. And sorry, anyway, no comments. So only thing is that thing, right? Whether you want to put it as archival, okay, or whether you are infrequent access. If you remember, like in my video I have shown three categories. Here, this one: standard, infrequent access, Amazon Glacier. This thing is also important, probably. So the thing which I am trying to explain, only that particular thing I need to show. I don't remember, let me see. So S3 standard infrequent access, Amazon Glacier. This thing is used for what is that thing? Archival thing, for long term storage. You don't even access it, even probably you access it once in a year only. So this one once in a week, once in a month, something. This one daily access. So this kind of classification, let us quickly see. I even don't recall, it is somewhere here actually. Okay, that's all for S3. Any doubts, any questions, clarifications? What I will do, let me stop the recording.